Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So, topic here we will discuss today it is the electrochemical cells. So, basically, all the electrochemical processes that are taking place, they are just because of the different types of the electrochemical cells. So, now what does mean by the electrochemical cells? These are the specific cell, or this is a specific system in which the electrical energy or the electricity is converted into the chemical energy, and on the other hand, the chemical energy is being converted into the electrical energy. So basically, two types of chemical processes are taking place in this convergence. The first one, it may be the spontaneous process. On the other hand, it may be a non-spontaneous process. So both can be happened, maybe a spontaneous process, the process that happens by itself and it do not require any type of the energy, that is known as the spontaneous process, and the non-spontaneous process in which there is a requirement of energy or the energy is required and it cannot be happened by itself or the just required a specific type of assistance from outside in the form of energy. So electrochemical cells are the cells that convert the electrical energy into chemical and the chemical energy into the electrical form. So here we have the types of the electrochemical cells. Basically, we have two types of the electrochemical cells. The first one cell we have, its name is electrolytic cell, and the second type we have, it is known as the volytic cell. That volytic cell can also be called as the Daniell cell, and it is also called as the galvanic cell. So these names are used for the volytic cell. It may be called as the galvanic or the Daniell cell, as well as it is called as the volytic cell. So by the name of the scientist, it has been given a specific type of the name. Now what just happened? Basically, by the use of these two cells here, a process takes place, which process is called as the electrolysis process. Now, if we have the meaning of this electrolysis, electro is a word that is related to the electricity, and here the lysis simple mean breakage or the breaking. So, when there is a breaking of the anime molecules by the use of the electrolysis in the presence of the aqueous solution of different salts, that process is known as the simple electrolysis, and it just happened in the two types of the cell, which is electrolytic and volytic cell. So, let's have a look on the simple electrolytic cell. The electrolytic cell is a cell which can convert the electrical energy into the simple chemical energy. So here we just required electrical energy for a chemical reaction to takes place. Basically, it consists of the two types of the electrodes. The one electrode is called as anode, where the anode is having positive charge, and the other electrode is the cathode, which is having negative charge. And here the process of oxidation takes place at anode and the process of reduction takes place at the cathode. It means the loss of electrons will takes place at anode and the process of oxidation is there, and the electrons will move from anode to cathode when it is attached to the battery. Now their flow, and here the process of reduction takes place because there is a gain of electrons. So overall, the work of electrolytic cell is to convert the electrical energy into the chemical energy. After that, we have the galvanic cell. This is a type of chemical cell in which here we have a chemical reaction, and from the chemical reaction we have the chemical energy. This process is basically a non, this is a spontaneous process because the chemical reaction just happened by itself, and this chemical energy will be converted into the electrical energy. And then this electrical energy is used for the further process. Basically, when we have a look on the simple construction of the galvanic cell, here we have the two half cells. This is the first half cell and this is the second half cell. Here we have simple two separate solutions, the two beakers, and it is connected with the voltmeter. Here we can attach the voltmeter to measure the current. And in the center here we have the salt bridge that containing potassium chloride in gel. It is just to keep the solution neutral. We use the salt bridge in the combining system for these two half cells. This is the first half cell and this is the second half cell, and the aqueous solutions of the different solution substances are kept in these half cells, and there is the insertion of the electrodes. And here the one thing, the anode is having negative charge and cathode is having positive charge. So this is the simple overview about the galvanic cell as well as the electrolytic cell. But when we have a look on the galvanic cell, here the spontaneous process takes place, but on the electrolytic cell the process is non-spontaneous because here we just required the source of energy that is needed to be attached with the process to take place, and then the electrical energy is converted into the chemical. But here this process is totally spontaneous, in which when we insert these electrodes, the flow of electrons just started and we can be measure it with the help of the voltmeter. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries you may ask me about that in the comment section. The next topic that we will discuss, it is the concept of electrolyte. That what does mean by the electrolyte and what are their types. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.